Did you know that some of the ATMs in Mexico can charge you nearly 200 Mexican pesos per withdrawal? That's around 11 USD just to access your own money. In this episode of Get to Be an Expert as an Expert, I am showing you, I am Lottie by the way, exactly which ATM to use, which ones to avoid, and how to keep your cash secure while living or traveling in Mexico. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, I am Lottie. I am an expert who's been living in Mexico for over 5 years now. I am by profession a lawyer, a realtor, and I'm also a relocation success manager. And we help you in this series of Be an Expert as an Expert to learn all the ropes of how to live abroad. Welcome back to the channel, and today we dive in why it matters that which bank to use while transferring your funds from your current currency to Mexican currency. We've done quite a bit of research across 14 major banks, and the fees range from astonishing 22 Mexican pesos to nearly 200 Mexican pesos per withdrawal. There's a massive difference. So if you're planning on living abroad, traveling long term, or even just visiting Mexico, these tips will save you money and frustration. Here is a breakdown of your go-to ATM fee chart for 2025. Let's count them down from the cheapest to the most expensive, so you can be strategic when cashing in. The first and foremost cheapest bank to use, and most of us do not even know this, is a bank that is not known very well in Mexico, but at the same time, it has the best rates. It can be found in small or major cities, and the fees range from approximately 22 Mexican pesos. The bank is known as in Barca, and that is a really good exchange rate if you think about it. The next one close enough to in Barca will be Ban Bahia, which lands at approximately 23 Mexican pesos. And then if you go into the mid-range banks, we've got a bank that is well known and is called City Banamex or Banamex, and they charge approximately 30 Mexican pesos. The next one close enough as well, mid-range, I would say, will be Santander. This is a very common bank in Mexico, and it's a Spanish bank, and they charge a fees of approximately 34 Mexican pesos. If we go down slightly to another one that is quite international bank as well, we find it even in the UK, but it is predominantly also found in Mexico, is HSBC, and they charge approximately about 74 Mexican pesos. And if we go straight down on the list and we check on the most expensive one, which can land you and a hefty fee of approximately 197 Mexican pesos. The next one to it as well is known as Afame, which also costs approximately about 162 Mexican pesos. So those are the ones that are really, really expensive, as you can see. And we've set the mid-range ones, and also the most cheapest bank that I currently use is in Barca. And if I cannot find it in Barca, the next closest one is Banamex. For my go-to bank that is without a doubt, on a regular basis, you can find it in most cities, like I said, will be Banamex. It is reliable, easy to find, and has reasonable fees. Just keep in mind that they are not always in the touristic zones. Please find the list of the full fees posted in the description below. Next topic of the day would be the best cards to use while traveling. And currently, I am a bit biased because I've got two of my favorites today that I'm going to be talking about. The two favorites that I currently use while living abroad would be Wise and Revolut. These are game changers, especially if you really want to save money. Using a multi-currency travel card like Wise or Revolut, because these two I recommend and I've used for quite some time, and the rates are unbeatable. With Wise, you get real-time exchange rates, a Mexican peso balance, and even a local account number once you've settled in Mexico and you become a resident. With Revolut, you can convert currencies instantly and withdraw cash from ATMs with no hidden markups. So Again, if you'd like to know more and you'd like to sign up, the links will be found in the description below. The next topic of the day today would be withdrawal strategy. How to be smart with your money. It's a smart money spot hack that I choose to do a lot. When we are withdrawing money, especially if you do not want to lose out on these fees, and try and be more strategic, right? When you're withdrawing more at once, then you definitely gain more, especially if you're withdrawing more at once less often. Most Mexican ATMs let you exchange between 7,000 Mexican pesos and 9,000 Mexican pesos per day, depending on the machine. So plan ahead and limit your trips to the ATM. Another tip that I would give with regards to when to withdraw is one large withdrawal a week, multiple small ones, right? As opposed to multiple small ones, sorry. So the best way, and I would say a tip, would be to withdraw one large withdrawal a week, multiple small ones. What about the exchange rate, right? That's the question of the day. If you're arriving with cash and you didn't get the time to exchange your, country of residency currency whilst traveling abroad and you're coming into Mexico, go to a licensed casas de cambio, not the airport. The airport rates are some of the worst in the country. Instead, head to the neighborhoods or central zones in the city where you'd find a casas de cambio where you can exchange and get quite good rates. Compare 2 or 3 places first before exchanging, and always make sure that their rate board is clearly displayed. No signage, then there's no deal. The best way to go about it is you make sure that you use licensed exchanges and skip airport counters completely. ATM safety tips. Your safety matters too whilst traveling abroad or while visiting abroad or while living abroad as an expat in Mexico. I'll always recommend using ATMs located inside actual bank branches or major shopping centers or malls. Avoid street-side ATMs or those outside convenience stores, especially at night. Again, the tips are: use bank ATMs during the day. You cover your PIN while, using the ATM. Watch for any skimming devices and keep your cash secure and split it up. Closing thoughts. Let's recap. Check the ATM feature that I have put on the description below. Ensure you learn it quite well before you withdraw. Avoid the top fee culprits we mentioned, like BBVA, very naughty fees of up to almost 200 Mexican pesos. And make sure you've got a Wise or Revolut card in your wallet to protect your money and get the best exchange rate. It's honestly one of the easiest ways to live smarter as an expert. If you found this video useful today, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop in your comments with your favorite tips and also questions for us to answer. And for the details that we've said, we've linked them below on the description below. Until again, being an expert as an expert gets you to live better abroad. Until again, peace out.